Most people's goal when they go backpacking is to bring as little items as possible and get their base weight as low as possible. However, sometimes a trip is just plain more enjoyable if you bring a luxury item or two. Hi, my name is Blaine, aka the Plaid Lad, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my favorite luxury items that I take with me on backpacking trips. Not all these items come on every trip, but when I do bring them, it makes a world of difference and makes my trips way better. So if you like content like this, be sure to click down below at the like button, the subscribe button, and then hit that little bell notification. So that way you know when I'm posting a new video and get to watch more of my beautiful, beautiful face. Okay, first item on the list is the hang time hook. Ever since I've been hammock camping, I've always brought one of these, and I did one trip without one. It was my Hoist Lake trip this past June. I was trying out the Dutchware half-wit hammock, and I didn't think that this would be worth it. I was trying to go as minimalist as possible on that trip. And boy, did I miss this thing. It's been talked about to death on YouTube, but basically this holds your cell phone. For any of you guys who are unfamiliar, it holds your cell phone. While you're hanging in the hammock, this hangs on your ridge line, and you can watch a movie or listen to music hands-free, and be able to watch your video or read a book, ebook on here. And I find that it makes my downtime at camp, right before I go to bed, is usually when I want to watch a movie or something. I'm just as passionate about movies as I am about the outdoors. I know not everybody likes to watch a movie. They think it's sacrilege to watch television while you're out in the great outdoors. But you know what? I spent all day hiking in the outdoors, spent the night at camp trying, probably failing, at making a fire. I enjoyed the outdoors for the day. When I want to wind down, part of my wind down process at home is to watch a movie. While I'm outside, my wind down process is to watch a movie. So hike your own hike. All right, not everybody has to do everything the way you do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. I don't know what I'm even talking about half the time. But I've done it a lot. I know it works for me. Might not work for you. Soapbox rant over. Item kind of goes hand in hand with the hang time hook, and it is these little Skullcandy wireless earbuds. These things, I use them on pretty much every trip. When I'm doing day hikes or something around home, the Apple AirPod Pros 2 are my earbuds of choice, but I don't want those getting ruined in the outdoors because those are stupid expensive, but they're worth it for what they are. Oh my god. But these work just as good, and by using them in conjunction with my hang time hook, I can be completely hands-free, be free of cords, everything, and it makes it a much more enjoyable experience. I can roll over on my side in the hammock and keep these in. Sometimes I do listen to them while I'm hiking. Usually when I'm on an overnight trip or a multi-day trip, I'm not listening to music while I'm hiking, but sometimes around day 3, I'm like literally craving music. I just gotta listen to a song or two while I'm hiking. My next luxury item is the Dutchware Gear Top Quilt Liner. I got mine special ordered in red. Red is my favorite color, if you can't tell. Basically what this is supposed to do is make it so your quilt doesn't get as dirty on the inside, you know, just like a sleeping bag liner. But this is just shaped like a top quilt, and it has a foot box that doesn't open up or anything, sewn through foot box, and it all folds into its own pocket. Now I had to message Dutchware to see if I could get it made in a different color, and they said they could have it made in red for me, no problem, but typically it just comes in black. I'm surprised more people don't use this piece of gear. I was only able to find a couple of handfuls of videos that even talk about this thing. What I use it for is I put it over top of my top quilts for in the winter time for condensation, and that will take all the condensation off of my down quilts. And then I don't have to worry so much about condensation. And this does actually add quite a bit of warmth. You can really feel it, trapping the heat in there. I would say this probably adds like 5 to 7 degrees of warmth to your sleep system. It's really shocking with this little piece of argan fabric, but it really does a good job. I typically only take this in the winter time, but I've tossed around the idea of just bringing this as a top quilt alone in the summer if it ever gets like stupid hot. So we'll see if that happens this year. My next luxury item that I like to bring with me backpacking is a dedicated sleep mask. Now, earlier this summer, I would just use a buff and cover my eyes with that. I'm a very sensitive sleeper when it comes to light and sound. Even at home, I'm sleeping with a sleep mask and earplugs. But in the winter time, I like having a sleep mask on, just because it does actually help keep my eyes warm. I usually sleep with a Loft-Tech balaclava from Outdoor Vitals, and I'll have this on either over around that or underneath it. And when I go to sleep, I'll have a face mask that covers just here, and then I'll have this to cover my eyes, and my whole face stays pretty warm. So in the winter time, this is a really nice little piece of gear that I just enjoy. Next luxury item for backpacking that I like to bring with me is this little Zippo rechargeable hand warmer. I never actually use this as a hand warmer. I use the lanyard, put it around my head, and I will tuck it underneath my layers. Like, I'll put it like above my base layer but beneath my mid layer, and I'll turn it on when I go to sleep. And in addition to boiling that Nalgene water and putting it in a Nalgene bottle, doing that together in the winter time, I stay pretty toasty warm in my sleep systems, and I will go down to the limit of my sleep systems at some points, and this really helps kind of make it feel a little bit warmer than it actually is. Now, to contrast the last item, my next favorite piece of luxury gear that I like to bring, this is more for the summer, is this little USB-C rechargeable fan. I'm a big fan of it. I basically just took some wash it, and I tied a little lanyard thing to it, and then I will tie this in a prusik knot on the ridge line of my hammock in the summertime, and I'll have this basically hanging and blowing down on me. That's really nice on those like July, August trips where it's super hot at night and it only gets down to like maybe the mid 60s. Super nice to keep you nice and cold. And the battery lasts about all night for me. And then it also does have, I forgot how to turn it on because it's winter now and I don't remember how to use it, but there is a flashlight on here too. Yeah, I figured it out. Figured it out. It has a little flashlight. So it is multi-purpose. I rarely ever use the flashlight, but it's good to know I have it as a backup in case something ever happens to my headlamp. It's worth it for me. Doesn't weigh too much. It wasn't super expensive. Highly recommend it. Okay, so my next favorite luxury item is more of a winter luxury item, because I feel like it works best in the winter, is a tea candle lantern. I just kind of like it. I like it puts out a different kind of light than any kind of electronic lantern can. I like the little ambiance from it. I've only used it on one trip so far. That was my most recent trip in Manistee National Forest. And I really liked it. The only thing I didn't like about this was that the candle only lasts about 3-4 hours. So I did upgrade to the original Yuko candle lantern, and this is supposed to last for about 9 hours. So I'll see how this works out. But it's actually pretty nice. On my last trip, I put the lantern near me while I was cooking for a little extra light, and then I put it underneath my tarp and a little bit underneath my hammock, so that way when I had to get up and pee in the middle of the night, I had a little bit of light. Like right under my hammock, I could see where my shoes and stuff were to put on and kind of see what I was doing. That was really nice. I feel like it might keep animals away. That's just me. I have no data to back that up, but I feel like having a little flame underneath me kind of is like, whoa.
Stay back, coyotes.
But hopefully I never have to put that to the test or end up getting proven wrong for that one. My next luxury item has also been talked about to death on YouTube, but I love it. Again, more so for the winter, but that is the GSI Outdoors, this little mug. It's super nice because it has a lid on it. That's why I like it for the winter better. It can keep things warmer longer with the little lid. And then it comes out of this little neoprene koozie with the handle, which is nice. Sometimes I hang it outside my pack, that's why I have a little carabiner on there. And then it is also graduated, so you can also measure things out there. But in the wintertime especially, I like my hot beverages, my coffee, my tea, my hot cocoa, my hot apple cider. I like it all. I like to switch it up. And this handles them all great, and it's super easy to clean out when I get home and everything. I really, really enjoy this mug. I've been using the Sea to Summit X tumbler. I started using that at the beginning of the summer and the fall. I think that's gonna be my go-to for the fall and summer, but this is my go-to for the winter time. Okay, my next favorite luxury backpacking item is this little handmade Reflectix koozie that I made. This basically is just to keep my rehydrated meals warmer. It helps them rehydrate a little bit more completely. Ugh, there. I gotta clean this thing out. There is all sorts of gunk in here. Ugh. Oh, yeah, that smells like chowder. So when it's clean, it's super, super nice, super convenient, especially in the wintertime. Keep your meals warm the whole time you're eating them. If you clean it out, it's a great thing to have. My next backpacking luxury gear item is camp shoes. These are the ones that I've been using most recently. I only used them on one trip because I got them in November, and then I had that one freak weekend where I was going and it was in the 70s. But these are the Zero sandals. Now I've used a few different kinds of camp shoes. I'm thinking these are going to be my go-tos going forward. They're a little lighter than my Crocs. Let's just be honest, Crocs are probably the best camp shoe out there, but they're so heavy, especially for me with my clown feet. I have a size 12 or 13 shoe, depending on what brand it is. However, REI really done messed up. They sent me one size 12 shoe, and they sent me one size 13 shoe. So, you know, I'm Hannah Montanaing it here with the best of both worlds. That's a little annoying, but it's not too bad. It also makes me mad because I'm probably carrying 1 extra ounce of weight that I don't have to by having the one shoe that's a little bigger than I need. But I'm making them work. I've tried going without camp shoes a little bit more this summer, and I found it's just worth the wait to have a camp shoe. It really is. it really sucks having to put on your trail runners or not be able to take those off and let your feet breathe out. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Bring some kind of camp shoe. It's really worth it. My next favorite backpacking gear luxury item is the Ursac. I've done videos about this, brought this up in past videos. I love these. I do consider them a luxury item because they are a lot heavier than, say, like your Dyneema food bags that you gotta hang. And if the luxury comes in that you don't have to hang this thing. Like, you just tie it around the tree. It's no finding the perfect branch, no standing there epically failing for like 10 minutes trying to throw your rucksack over. This just makes putting your food away not even a chore anymore. And it's totally worth all the extra weight for me to have that. All right, and saving the best for last, my favorite backpacking luxury gear item is the Helinox Chair Zero. I have it here in a custom-made chair sack from Hilltop Packs. This is a Dyneema. The reason I have this is it's waterproof, so that way my chair doesn't get wet. And I'm completely and totally vain, so I wanted my face printed on it. So, but having a chair makes all the difference. I don't bring this on every single trip. If I'm going somewhere and I know there's going to be a picnic table, I usually won't bring this, but there are some times where even having a picnic table, you want the chair over that, because if it's raining or there's a lot of cold, like ice or snow on a picnic table, you don't want to sit on the picnic table. You don't want to get all wet. So having the chair is a nice option. There have been a few trips where I did not bring the chair and really regretted not having it. So take a chair. I don't know why this is controversial. Just take the chair. Your whole trip will be so much better. So those are some of my favorite backpacking gear luxury items. I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about all of my crap. Let me know in the comments, what kind of stuff do you bring as a luxury item? Are there things on here that you would argue aren't a luxury item, that they're a necessity? Do you think I bring too many luxury items? Do I not bring enough? I want to hear what you guys have to say. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you all the next time I decide to make a video.